Live from Los Angeles, welcome to Good Morning LaLa Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Mack.
And I'm Jez Moyer. Good morning, LaLa Land. We are America's first live streaming daily talk show coming to you at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and now Twitter.
And today is all about Transformation Tuesday, and we've got a great show about health and wellness. We're going to ask Rob, because everybody in the world wants to know what has transformed us from the inside out and from the outside in today. So stay tuned. We've got a great show in store.
Absolutely. We have a very special guest, Lanagrand, in the house. Good morning, Lana.
Good morning, guys. So important. Luckily, I live on the beach, and just to be able to walk out on my balcony and just see the sunrise and just how calm and peaceful it is, it's just like such a great way to get your zen in, to really center yourself, just get the ball rolling.
Well, it's a good way to start your day because then you have to go all the way to West Hollywood and break that.
Love that.
Right?
Gratitude, nature, presence.
We have a lot of enlightened
Beauty.
guests, right?
Yeah, I wonder how that happens. LA's always been on the leading edge of enlightenment, on the leading edge of transformation and change. So,
Right?
yeah,
And you don't think of somebody who's in the beauty industry. You think, oh, they must be materialistic. Oh, they must be.
been acting for about 10 years, and I was always shocked by how sort of transformed a lot of people were and how enlightened they were. You wouldn't expect that. You're absolutely right. It's like somebody that you think is only into modeling, you think they only care about the outside, but it's totally Jess.
Health and wellness. I have to say that I want to give a shout out to my coffee.
Wow.
Erin,
Twice a
let's
day.
be honest though. How does that make your coffee taste? Because I make
It tastes good. I was concerned about the same thing. I'm like, I don't want any weirdness in my
Are
coffee.
you putting butter in there, coconut oil? I mean, I'm hearing so many things.
Yeah, so there is that like brain tonic thing also. I haven't tried that one, so I'm trying to try it. I've been putting, actually I was using, I've actually, so it's a big change in just
What
the
about
energy
just
level.
a little almond milk?
You can, but you need the animal protein, the fat to make actual you need cholesterol to make your hormones.
Wow.
So it's really like backwards, and I don't know, the vegans, they do the ghee, so that's why they do the ghee butter, but it's still from
What's ghee
animals.
butter?
It's part of the fat, it's part of from the butter, it's like they take it off the very top of it, but it's still from animals, so I don't know.
I am certainly a coffee venture to Bulletproof Coffee and has a great story about that. So I'd love to invite you to the studio, Allie, to give me a little more insight onto this Bulletproof
Yeah,
Coffee.
we want you, Allie. We know that this is a great interview. We want to hear all about it because we want to educate ourselves even more.
Absolutely.
Especially on Transformation Tuesday.
Oh my gosh, right? She's ageless, just beautiful.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched any documentaries on health?
I have, of course. Well, I saw Healed. We talked about the Heal. I've seen quite a few. Way back when I saw You Can Heal Your Life with Louise Hay.
Of course.
It was really more about sort of inside out transformation.
Honestly, I have not seen any of them. One, because I feel like it's going to be such a bummer. I know it's good to be educated, but that is certainly not entertaining. So when I have the moment to watch, I'm not watching documentaries, especially that I feel like are going to ruin anything and everything I want to eat. Let's
That's a
be
good
honest.
point. Yeah, you don't want to get beat over the head with like shoulds and, you know, I don't want to feel like I should be doing more things that I'm not doing already. But I think most of the documentaries have that in mind when they create them. And so for the most part, you don't.
Some of them are, I mean, they want to get you talking about it, and it's not going to be talked about unless it's really extreme.
Yeah, they're certainly dramatized.
They're very dramatized, for sure. But I mean, I think Fed Up is one of the, everybody should watch that, especially if you have children, because you don't realize, basically it's all about how much sugar is in our foods. And you don't realize if you start, looking at your foods. One time I was sugar in just the miscellaneous things in the lunch.
It's great that they point things out like that. In my experience, and you're right, Erin, you're both right, and Jessalyn, you're right too, that it's easy to obsess. Like you watch these documentaries, you watch these shows, and you think it's interesting at first, and then all of a sudden you feel judged, condemned, and you start to obsess about what you're eating or doing every single day. And I find that doesn't work for me at all.
No.
So you have to keep it on perspective, thinking, and what I'm feeling, and I try to move in the direction of things that feel good to me.
I'll be honest. Had the honor of going to the Secret Room gifting lounge, and yesterday on the show we went through all those gifts, and I was so excited and so inspired. And so I went.
The outfit.
For me, it's really important because I really care about what I put on my skin and how I take care of my body. And I focus more on that than I do maybe the Bulletproof Coffee or the food, to be honest. But that's how I really feel like I'm transforming from the outside in. So I'm excited to talk more to Lana and Leticia about that.
I think it's changed a little bit as I've gotten a little bit older. I care more about my energy and how I'm feeling than, I mean, of course, you still care about how you look on the outside. It just feels more like I realized in my 20s I ate like low fat and low everything, and I messed my body up from it.
Really?
You know, like I'm having to repair some.
Look better, I feel better. Especially when I'm sick, I put extra care into making sure I look good because it's like my way of faking it until you make it. Not from vanity, but just because I want to take pride in the way that I put my energy out there and I present myself to the world, and I want to present it my best.
It's
Well, you
interesting.
do.
Yeah, you really do, Jazz. There's no question about that. It's interesting, and from a scientific perspective, that's all actually true. That you can. It's sometimes easier to act your way into a new way of feeling and being than it is to think your way there. And so it's great that you do those kinds of things. Sometimes you do have to fake it till you make it.
Well, and sometimes all it takes is a little hair, freshen it up, or a little lipstick. There's a great charity that I was recently exposed to called the Lipstick Angels, and they do that. They go to the bedsides of the women in Cedars-Sinai and local hospitals, make their day by making them feel beautiful. And all it takes is a little lipstick
Right.
sometimes.
It does. You transform from the inside out or from the outside in, and I'm a true believer of that for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure. It all affects all of it.
Yeah, and it's great if you can do them in stuff, in the beauty stuff, and also do some of the inner work too.
So speaking of,
Yes.
I want to get to segment 2 because I know so many people, I would say out of all of our DMs, our direct messages, and all of our fans, so many of you guys out there know, most people ask about your fashion and what you do per day.
Really?
So we're going to take the opportunity to ask the questions, and we all want to know body, mind, and spirit, what you do in your daily routine when we come back, okay?
Absolutely. So if you're watching us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter, DM us, leave us a comment if you have a question for Rob, because we're going to get into that segment.
Or the ladies.
But mostly
Oh, very
Rob.
much of that too.
So we'll be right back. Stay tuned, you guys.
Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to This Week in Focus. I am your host, Victoria Simone, bringing you some of the highlights of what has been posted last week. Shot #Harry and Kelly with our amazing hosts, Harry Howard and Kelly Russo. If you haven't noticed, by our episode, it's Kelly's birthday, so everyone wish her a happy birthday. That's my girl, our super host. We shot Slay with Rachel McCord, my favorite author. On January 1st, we shot a 2-hour episode of Good Morning LaLa Land with our hosts Rob Mack, Jocelyn Moyer, and Dr. Erin Haskell. Rob, if you're watching, I'm in your seat right now because I miss you. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in Focus. My name is Victoria Simone. Thanks for watching. And I have the great honor to bring you the preview for the new issue of Focus magazine, the wellness issue. On the cover is the amazing Dr. Trupinsky, along with Wow Moms Jennifer Stano and her amazing partner Nicole Ziola, along with a valued member of our Focus family, author, influencer, and host of her very own show on Focus TV network, Rachel, my local community, including Alyssa Goodman, and the launch of her new show on Focus TV, The Alyssa Goodman Show, along with model and brand evangelist Nikki Sharp. Also in this issue, Focus food editor Tambi Saffron visits the amazing new Waldorf Astoria and its executive chef Stephen Benjamin. We have travel in this issue, as well as Focus Travel features photos, highlights from the new Focus TV network, which is America's first streaming video talk show network. Pick up your copy today. You are going to love it.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. We've got an extraordinary guest in the back. Do you want to ask a question this morning?
Yes, Lanagrand. Good morning. Thank you for being with us at Good Morning
Good morning,
LaLa
guys.
Land. We're so excited to have you in the house. So we're focusing today on Transformation Tuesday. What does transformation mean to you?
I think it's such a great question. I was listening to what you guys were talking about earlier, and whether it's set within or from the outside, boys or girls. And I do think it's the inner happiness and what surrounds you that really helps to radiate the way you look and people react to you. And have you noticed sometimes people that, there are some people that will look absolutely fantastic and you just kind of around them and you're like, oh, I don't know. And others, you just feel inner happiness that makes people around you just want to be around you and kind of radiates. And
Isn't it amazing
passes
though
on.
when your clients come to you, you can really transform the way they feel about themselves. After, 1 or 2 hours in your chair, they walk out and they feel like a new man or woman. That's an incredible gift.
Absolutely. And like it's just seeing those smiles where like you really feel like you impacted their self-esteem and like the self-worth in their day, it really impacted their life. You can't put a price tag on it.
No, it is priceless. I have friends of mine who are stylists who call themselves hairapists, right? Their hair.
That is.
Stylists and therapists combine their hairapists. So thank you so much again, Lana, for being here today. We will get back to the studio with her later in the show.
She's speaking my
gosh,
language.
really, right?
Oh, happiness from the inside out.
Very evolved woman for sure. Okay, you guys, what your daily routine is from a standpoint of working out, from a standpoint of your mindfulness or spiritual aspect of your life, diet, exercise, regime.
Boy, huge question, right? So I'd say that very first thing in the morning, I try to connect directly to spirit. I might call that life, you can call that source. I connect first and foremost.
When you're connecting, Rob,
Yes.
what time of day is it?
It's about 3:45.
I find that
It's a little early.
incredible.
It's a little early.
Wow.
It makes the evenings a little tough, but
So you wake up and it is dark out.
yes, it's very dark out, and it's very quiet though, and it's very peaceful. So that's one of the reasons I like waking up that early. The other reason is it's good to get here in time, which I struggled with today a little. But yes, so I wake up 3:45. I immediately try to recognize the connection, the eternal connection that I already have with life or source energy. Okay, that's just a completely quiet mind, and I try to feel the presence. I just call it that. Okay, so then I get out of bed, have a protein shake, get dressed for the gym, and then I sit and meditate.
What do you put in your shake?
Oh boy, so About Time protein.
Okay.
So it's whey protein, it's About Time, it's all natural. I put a banana, peanut butter, honey. Sometimes I add stuff like flaxseed or kale, so I'll mix it up a little bit. So I do that, do the meditation, I go to the gym, I lift weights first, because I'm mostly trying to build muscle and create tone, and then I do cardio after.
And so do you do like upper body one day, lower body the next?
So I
What do you do?
have so I have a 2 body part split. So I do like Monday is shoulders and legs, Tuesdays is back and buys, and Wednesdays is chest and tries. And then I repeat that Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday's my off day. Sunday's a cheat day.
So I just am speechless. I paused at the wake up at 3:45, and then you become your own barista. I wake up at 6, and then I don't function until I have coffee. And I make myself my own toast, and I pride myself on that.
But then you go all day, Jazz. I mean, you're extremely organized.
Now, Rob, when you do this scheduling,
Yes.
do you set timers for yourself? I mean, how do you stick to this so
Yeah,
regimented?
so my alarm, let's see if I can pull it up here. My alarm is like I'm a little obsessive because like today, one alarm went off and I hit snooze and then I didn't hear the other alarms. So normally it looks like this. It's like 3:15, 3:30, 3:45. I mean, it's crazy. It goes to like 6:15.
So you go, how long do you actually lift weights before you go to cardio after that?
Yeah, so I was lifting weights for about an hour 15. Now it's like 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, only 45 minutes, Rob.
Yeah, I know. And the first time that I do a body part of the week, I go really heavy. And then the second time I do that same body part later in the week, I go higher repetitions. And then after each day, I do usually high intensity interval training because it increases your at-rest metabolism. So that means that during the day, you can eat more of what you want, but the furnace is burning so hot that you won't put on weight.
So what does that mean, what do you say again?
Yeah, so your at-rest metabolism.
No, what's the type of workout?
It's high intensity interval training. So it's like sprinting for 30 seconds and then walking for 30 seconds, or sprinting for 30 seconds and jogging for 30 seconds.
How long do you do that?
About 25 to 30 minutes, not too crazy. Yeah.
So why is it so important for you, Rob, to be that regimented? You're waking up at 3:45,
Yeah.
you're going to the gym like 5 or 6 days a week.
Yeah.
What makes you so dedicated to that?
You know, it's a great question, Jeslyn, and my family's so great and friends, they're always like, you're so disciplined, Rob. And I
It's
don't
okay
feel that
to
way
take
at
a day
all.
off.
Yeah, and I do on Sundays. Pretty epic cheat day on Sundays. But for me, I don't feel like I'm all that disciplined. I call it blisscipline, which is essentially that I'm so dedicated and committed to being happy, and I've discovered that these things make me so much happier and more confident and more present and just better company, that when I do them, I just feel better for having done them. So I started small, and I just prioritized consistency. And over time, the consistency snowballed into the point where it is now.
So then how often do you eat throughout the day? And it's different, I'm sure, because if someone doesn't work out that much, they're not going to eat as much. But
so the whole theme for me is to keep that furnace burning. So I will eat pretty much all day long. I'm a bit of a grazer. I don't eat real large meals, but I'll have the protein shake before the gym. After the gym, I hit my vitamin C and amino acids during the workout. I do like a multivitamin, I do fish oil. I mean, it's, you know, but then throughout the rest of the day, I mostly eat, you know, stick to protein, vegetables if I can. I need to eat more vegetables.
do you eat like low, like lean protein?
Yes,
or do you,
yes. I try to stick to lean protein, so fish is ideal. I'll eat chicken. I will eat steak because I need, you know, particularly as a guy, you need more iron and some other things. But yeah, it's a little bit of a project.
So what would you say to the person who wants to start a routine like that but needs to get motivated? I mean, because this sounds like an epic undertaking.
Yeah, so consistency is the key. Start super small. I mean, you want to set the goal something so low that you're almost embarrassed if you can't do it every single day. So when I started, I wasn't working out or lifting weights for an hour a day and doing cardio for 30 and all this. I was just simply saying, I'm going to the gym, period. I may not actually work out when I'm there, but I'm gonna show up every single day. When you're there, there's no way you're not gonna work out, even if you walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes. You're gonna do it.
And so what time do you go to bed? Do you go
Yeah.
to bed the same time every night of the week? Or
I
different
try
weekend?
to, yeah, because so the foundation of all this is sleep. When the sleep starts to erode, then everything else erodes. Like the nutrition goes downhill, the exercises are crap. So I try to get to bed ideally by like 8:30. That's crazy. It usually doesn't happen until 9:30, 10.
Wow. And
You
so
know.
social life with going
Yeah.
to bed at 8:30.
Yeah, so the social life is mostly relegated to the weekends. It's like Saturday night, we're all hanging out.
So then what? You go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah,
or
so then I
when?
might go to bed at 1, I might go to bed at 2.
And then he gets a cheat day all day Sunday.
Yeah,
when you
this
say cheat
Sunday.
day,
Oof.
what are you allowing
Yes.
yourself?
So cheat day, man, I look forward to that day every week. So cheat day, I eat mostly pizza. I love Fresh Brother pizza. Sometimes I'll get Whole Foods pizza. I might get Five Guys. I mean, I go in, I get like donuts. I go for my cookies. I have to get my like pretzel, like cinnamon. It's a whole thing.
Oh yeah, Sunday is my cheat day too, and I always get a donut. I go down to my little kettle glazed shop, and I get the cruffin, and it's a croissant turned into a muffin, and it is like speaking to my soul. If you haven't tried a cruffin, you are missing out.
Wow, I haven't tried a cruffin. I'm missing out.
You are. It's the cheat day that resonated with me so deeply. I just feel inspired to share with you, Los Angeles, about the
I'm
cruffin.
glad you could get something out of that.
Yeah, skip the 3:45 workout stuff. Let's just talk about the cruffin.
Yeah, I don't blame you, and it's working for you, Jess.
Right?
No. Speaking of which, so today, Erin and I are starting the Fit, Strong, and Sexy Challenge with Focus TV family member Amanda Russell. We are so excited. To tell you the truth, Erin, I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, Amanda, if you're watching, we love you, but you're a little extreme. You do. It's a little. She's like a. She's a raw, but as a woman, but even she's even
On steroids.
yeah.
No,
Healthy.
Amanda truly is one of the most fit, strong, and sexy females
She
I've
is.
ever met.
Wow.
She's really, truly inspiring. She's created an empire in doing so. So people across the country and across the world are really doing this. A special community is, there for us on Facebook. It's probably not too late to join. They're, really promoting more energy, better focus, increased confidence, higher productivity, and that's not just about like having a toned body, but it's really how it affects your mind. She's gone all out. She planned snacks for us, meal plans, recipes. I mean, thank you, Amanda. You have crossed your T's and dotted your I's for us. It's really cool though, because for somebody like me who's really intimidated but going into one of these like fit challenges, she really takes all the guesswork out of it. Sends us a video, sends us a menu. We don't have to worry about it.
I'd say that's got to be one of the greatest tips is when you're trying to get started, if you've been doing it for a while, is to reach out to someone like Amanda and see what she has to offer, because it helps you to get instant structure and organization in what you're trying to do.
But it is also a little intimidating. It's like somebody out there looking at you saying 3:45.
Yeah.
Really, Rob?
Yeah.
But I'm with you, Rob. I think that something is better than nothing. And like when you start working out, then you want to work out. When you start eating healthy, you want to eat more healthy. So it's just a little thing that kind of sprawls you to do a bunch
exactly. Like when you start working out or go on a diet or try some new nice lifestyle approach, you always think it's gonna, like in 3 days or 3 weeks, you're gonna make this major shift. And you do make a shift, but I found that it's the consistency over like 5-6 months that makes a dramatic change in my body and how I feel.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So one last question. So throughout the week, without your cheat date, you do protein and veggies mostly, but what kind of carbs do you eat?
So I try to be careful about the carbs. I try not to do too many processed carbs. You know,
Carbs are such a dirty word.
I know, and they're so good. Like, I love bread. I love pasta. I love all that stuff. But I'll be careful about eating it. I'll eat sandwiches and things like that, but I try to have it in whole wheat. Or,
Oh, wait. I thought about something else. So what about alcohol? What about coffee and water? What do you?
Yeah,
what are your
so
takes on those?
it's great. You know, the challenge with health-related information is that it's always changing. Like, the science is always changing. It's great to have a glass of red wine every now and then. But generally, yes.
Thank you, world. Wine. I take those antioxidants very seriously.
Right? Yeah, that's good. It's working for you, like I said. But I'm not real big on alcohol. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. You know, I might have a drink every now and then on the weekend, but I prefer not to do it too much just because it doesn't make me feel good. I don't like the way I feel.
Right.
Yeah.
And then coffee?
Coffee every morning.
Oh, you
as
do?
many cups as I can have.
I didn't know that.
No, I do have coffee.
I didn't know that.
I've mostly started since we started the show.
Yeah, good
Oh,
morning.
interesting.
Lana.
Because I've known Rob and I have been friends for 12
man.
plus years or something. So, but you know, it's funny. You don't even know.
It's true.
It's not like you hang out like in the morning with your best friends. You know, like you don't like know all the details of all that stuff.
Yeah, guess who's next? You're up next. Next time we do this little segment, it's you.
I'm really curious too. What are you doing for your skincare? Like,
Boy,
because as
yeah.
a man too, some people are like a little hesitant. Like, oh, do I do the anti-wrinkle creams and the serums? And I
Boy.
mean, you show up camera ready all the time.
Well,
What
you
are
know,
doing?
Iggy Rodriguez, who was in here the other day, and I had a long conversation about
shout
that.
out to Iggy. Yes, he was recently seen on The Bachelor, Bachelor in Paradise, and he rocked up. I mean, ready for lights, camera, action.
All camera,
Yes.
all camera ready, always, all the time. You know, for me, I like to try different things. My mom is a great source of information for that, and I've got a couple makeup artist friends. I'm really interested in hearing what Lana has to say in the back studio. But generally, you know, one of the things that I found, I remember reading an article, and Halle Berry said, you know, I've actually she said, I stick to mostly cheaper products, and she said, I found them to be sort of as effective or more effective than other products. So I try different things. I'm not really religious about any of it. I just believe in like keeping your face clean and well moisturized.
Well, you have great genes. Hello.
Oh,
but
I
Halle
appreciate
Berry, I also
that.
remember her saying that she sleeps in a bra, and I was like, really?
Huh.
Yeah, she's like, this is how I keep them perky. I wear a bra every night to sleep. I'm thinking, sorry, they're going to be saggy or something. Like, it's not going to happen. The bra, sleeping in the bra is not going to happen.
No comment. But yes.
I swear by besides my coffee, the hot water and lemon in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's such a great way to start the day, and that really like transforms the way I feel, and I think it really affects my skin too, just
Right.
your overall health.
Right.
They say that's a great idea as to have a full glass of water in the morning. I love the idea of having it hot with lemon though.
Yeah, Hollywood homegrown
Right.
lemons.
So, Rob, if someone wants to reach out and get some coaching
Yes.
from you,
Yes.
I know that you have coachrobmack.com, but how else can they
Rob
reach
Mack
out to you?
Official
There you
on
go.
Instagram.
Yep, there you go.
And you can also write to happinessfromtheinside@gmail.com.
There you go.
And they can read your book.
And you can read the book. That's right, Happiness
Right.
from the Inside
There
Out.
you go. So let's get to the back studio
Yes.
and talk about getting transformation from the outside in. We'll be right back, you guys. Stay tuned.
Great.
We're still on. Still on.
This is Jack. His mother didn't save his childhood artwork.
She just threw it all away like it was garbage.
If only his mother had Archive.
Archive is the easiest and fastest way to chronologically store your child's art.
Snap a picture, tag it, and store it safely in our cloud.
Then share it with friends and family.
Even turn it into a calendar, mug, or your very own printed book.
Oh, you were gonna make one yourself? Yeah, that's what his mom said.
Download the Archive app now and help us save art.
Archive, available now on the App Store.
Hey, Dr. Drew here, and I am on the HEAL Advisory Board. I got involved with this organization because it's the answer to our healthcare problem. Listen to me. You go to urgent care, you go to emergency room, you are paying for all that equipment, all that infrastructure, you're wasting time, you're exposing yourself to sick people. All you gotta do is go to heal.com or get the Heal app at heal.com, get that Heal app, and you can have a doctor wherever you are. It's $99 if you don't have insurance, though most insurances cover it. It's the most effective way to get the care you're looking for and the most cost efficient. $99 all in. That's it. And you get a board certified physician to show up wherever you are, your home, your work, whatever it is, 8A to 8P, 7 days a week, including holidays. And that board certified individual, that licensed professional, is going to just be paying attention to you and focusing on you and using his or her judgment to take care of your needs in that moment. Go to Heal. Check it out. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Hi, this is Jennifer Eddy, and I'm here with Spa Girl Cocktails today. We're thrilled to be here with Empowerista and Girl Talk Network at UNITA and El Segundo to help support and empower women, the community. We have 2 flavors with Spa Girl Cocktails, Pear and Spa. Those are our signature cocktails. They're low-calorie and gluten-free, all natural, nothing added. You can find us at Bevmo and Total Wine in all of your communities. We're thrilled to be here with Focus Magazine today in their December issue.
Hello everyone, I'm Joyce Gerard, creator of the Joyce Miracle Elixir collection, and I'm happy to say that it's the only collection out there that is not going to have any harsh chemicals, free of parabens, free of sulfates, free of sodium chloride, absolutely cruelty-free, because for me that is super important, and it's made right here in the USA. And it's the only line that is going to deliver you the best antioxidants, vitamins, fatty acids, minerals, straight from Mother Nature. I've infused my entire line with buriti, maracuya, moringa, and argan. So you have the buriti, which is the tree of life. You have the argan, which is literally liquid gold. You have the maracuya, which is the richest source of vitamin C. And you have the moringa, which is the richest superfood in the world. So I've combined all these yummy ingredients from Mother Nature and delivered them straight to you, straight to your strands, straight to your face. In all my products, that's the base of it. And the most important thing is that everything is made with love right here at home in USA, straight for you.
And the reason they book me and keep me is because it was will. I'm so determined to get to where I want to go. I'm not going to let nothing stop me. You can change anything, but before you change anything, you got to change it in your mind first.
I'm Eden Sassoon, and I own 2 Pilates studios, Eden by Eden Sassoon Pilates. And to be quite honest, I hate socks. But my girlfriend Sally just created a line, Mantra Socks. And to me, at Pilates, you cannot get on my machine without socks. But now, you can get on my machine with the intention. Today, I have Be Love. To me, that means a lot. But also, when you buy a pair of these socks, 1 pair gets donated to a homeless shelter. And that is something, that's really what matters, to be quite honest. It's not just about the sock. It's about the intention. It's about what you're giving back and how you're paying it forward. And so for that, Sally, I thank you. And I love Mantra Socks.
Hi guys, I'm Joyce Gerard, and I support my beautiful friend Sally with her Mantra Socks. Look how cute they are. Be Love is my favorite, so go get them. Run and get them on Amazon.com.
Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. We are live with Lanagrand, one of the most renowned stylists here in West Hollywood. We're so excited to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for coming in the rain. Was it hard to get here?
I think it's actually such a nice change. It's almost like the bumper cars, you know? It's just like dodge. I'm like,
Especially coming from London, right? Does this
Yeah.
feel a little more like home?
I think it definitely feels like home, but it's more just like, that's a good way to just like wake up in the morning. It's just like, oh, whoa. Yeah.
Keep you on your toes.
Okay, all right.
Keep you on your toes.
Absolutely.
It was so clear and pretty and clean, don't you think, this morning?
It was.
It's like mystical.
It was perfect for hashtag Transformation Tuesday.
Right?
We're transforming LA. Let's start at the beginning. Where did you grow up and what made you want to be a hairstylist?
So my story began in London, somewhat more than 15 years ago now. And it was so random, and it just kind of made me believe into, you know, when they say it's good to have a plan, but it's good to be like open to the universe putting things in your way. I never thought I'm going to be a hairdresser. My mom wanted me to be a lawyer. I was a straight A student. There was a lot of teachers in the household when I came home and I said I'm not going to college. And I just walked into a salon that opened up and they needed an assistant. And I was like, okay, well, I'm looking for a job. And I ended up staying there for 6 years. It was the woman that owned the shop took me under her wing and taught me everything I knew. And it was just the beginning of it all. And then one day, out of all the salons in London at the time, all the chairs in the salon I was working at, the client sat in my chair, and she was from LA. And she was moving back, and she was like, come and visit me one day. And I've done her hair like 3 times. Like, who says that? And I was like, okay. And I came out to LA for like 2-3 years to visit and really it just like rubbed off on me so well. And I enjoyed how, like, London can be very cold and very hard, and people like very much on their mission, and they don't have time for each other and their friends and their neighbors, and like the fact that you people talk to each other here. I was like, what do you mean? Like, you walk into the supermarket and people go like, oh, hey, I love your jacket, or like, you love your blouse, and you're like, what do you mean? Do you want it? You know?
How funny.
And here, like, I mean, you people are like friendly, nice, and
but the women over there I found are so educated. I mean, nothing bad talking like the girlfriends I have in America, but my girlfriends from over there are so educated. It's incredible.
I think it's just the difference is the media is a lot more open there, and it's a lot more international, like firsthand. So you just get exposed just a lot more easier, where LA is one, you know, it is a little bubble, and I think that's why I love it, because like I know what's happening in the world and I'm just choosing to ignore it.
You mean there's something else besides LA? I didn't know that.
What's happening outside of LaLa Land?
Yeah, I mean, probably terrible things. Like,
no, but in the spirit of talking about Transformation Tuesday, you've not only made a difference in the community, you've worked on several different celebrities, Kate Moss, on fashion shows. How is that for you?
I think it's very humbling. I think it's very humbling between, you know, seeing people from all walks of life and realizing that deep down inside, they're all just the same humans, they're all the same little girl, you know? And I think it's very interesting to see that and be able to, you know, get close enough to see that in people, because it really comes out when you start having those intimate conversations, when you spend like so much face-to-face time, and it's really interesting to find out how we're all actually not that different from each other.
I think it's a great point, especially being in the spiritual world as a doctor of divinity. I think there's this thing for spiritual leaders that they are trying to look perfect, and I think it's one of the worst things that the spiritual leaders could do is that just not coming to that vulnerable place inside, knowing that we're all human. And I'm sure, you know, having people sit in a seat where you're talking and communicating and listening to those stories, I cannot only imagine. What do you think what's the biggest thing for people that you feel like brings them transformation?
I think it for the most people, it takes like that little longer to open up, and then when they do open up and you learn like their story and like their fears and like their path, and there's certain things that you're just able to say to them. I feel like sometimes like my role in I'm closer to them sometimes than their spouses, their moms, cats, dogs, you know, whatever.
What is that about hairstylists? I mean, it's such an important role, especially in like women's lives, that they're stylists. My stylist became my best friend. That we trust you, we open up to you. It's a very special role you have in people's lives.
I think it's because it's like hairstylist is somebody that's unfamiliar with your social circle, with your family circle. It's not somebody that would, get the word back out of those circles, so you can really be very vulnerable and really be yourself with that person.
Plus, we're trusting you to not ruin our
that totally helps too.
I wonder too if there's a certain sense of trust and intimacy that's sort of cultivated when you're physically touching someone in such a soft, and sort of caretaking in a very nurturing type of way.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah, I think just putting yourself in that position already gives you the sense that both you can be trusted and that you can be shared with.
I do think it's just like, it is a combination of all those things put together, and it's interesting when you realize like you probably know more about that person than their closest in a family and friend circle, and it's just like oh my god, this is like so interesting.
Have there ever been moments when people have shared things with you that you wish they hadn't?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, please, that's TMI.
You're like,
oh my god.
it's all gonna be okay.
I do not need to respond to this. Yes.
Especially in LA, you have to send an NDA. We're so excited. We have a couple of really special photos of your new salon. It's right down the street on Melrose. Tell us about Petite Maison.
So the idea behind the salon was to create a space where both clients and the team felt very comfortable and easy to walk in. There's no, nobody feels uncomfortable or like not good enough to walk in. Like certain spaces you walk in and you're like,
this is
pretentious so much.
Is it okay that I'm here? And the idea is to create a space where everybody just feels easy and welcomed, and
it looks so cheerful.
Yeah.
And happy. Yes.
So I want to know for 2018 what the trends are, because for example, I used to be much more blonde, and I'm loving this whole darker on top.
Forming right now from like this very high maintenance to then it was like the ombre, then it was the balayage. And now what we've seen in a lot of like a spring summer runways is really embracing like a natural raw beauty of a woman. There was like a lot more minimal makeup, minimal hair, more natural colors.
Except for in LA. The women are so produced. I've never seen more professional makeup jobs in one city. It's amazing.
But I think it's nice that we're seeing that little bit more embrace of a natural,
real, raw, authentic.
I like it.
Yeah, let's
Girl
challenge
power.
you, LaLa Land. Absolutely. If you're looking for a transformation, you can visit Lanagrand at your salon. You're actually working in the salon.
Absolutely, every day.
Every day?
Yep.
Wow. And where can people get more information about it?
You can find us either at our location, 8473 Melrose, or you can find us online at www.petitemason.com.
I like that. So I have one question for Rob, actually, out of what you just were talking about. For you, Rob, when you see a woman that has a lot of makeup on or versus natural, what do you tend to like more?
Yeah, to be honest, it sort of depends on the person, I do think I lean in the direction of more natural look, more sort of effortless look. And that being said, I also see the value of like getting really done up, and there's special events where getting really done up makes a whole lot of sense. But generally, I like people that are comfortable with themselves in either case. Sometimes getting really done up helps you feel more comfortable with yourself.
Yeah, it's like awkward when someone's in the grocery store and they're like, they have like, Grammy
face.
makeup on. You're like, what? Really? Are you really that insecure to be like that all the
I
time?
never feel better than when I walk out of the salon. So I'm so excited to go right down the street and be able to go visit you there. Hair, nails,
makeup,
tans.
wax, full service. Just trying to create a space where women can like save at least a little bit of her time for things that she enjoys doing instead of just running around
transformation.
town.
Exactly.
Total
transformation.
I
Right
love it.
there. Thank you so much for being with us today.
It's
We're
such a
really
pleasure
excited.
seeing you.
So much.
Wonderful,
Thank you, guys.
incredibly mindful, wonderful
Absolutely.
woman.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. When we come back, we have a very special interview with Leticia G. Stay tuned.
Morning LaLa Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jasmine Moyer. Monday through Friday, we are going to be streaming to you live, Los Angeles.
America's first live streaming daily talk show.
At 9 a.m. Pacific time on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
And we have a sexy show for you today.
We have got Will, Leanne, and Gabe in the house. Let's go back there. Hi!
Talk to 4 beautiful, intelligent, conscious women. Clearly, I was miserable the entire time.
She has a TV show similar to your guys.
Ellen.
Yes!
Yes!
Praise emoji! It's a little peck. Come on.
I feel so bad for Jess.
We're live too for the people viewing.
For the people.
Wow!
MICKEYMOUSE Club Mickey Mouse on Good Morning LaLa Land.
We are streaming to you live Monday through Friday on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Happy holidays.
It's going to be a good
morning, La La Land.
5, 6, 7, 8. We are the Mouseketeers, and we proudly wear our ears. We mousin', we mousin', MICKEYMOUSE Club Mickey Mouse. Good morning, La La Land.
Welcome back. We are live on Good Morning La La Land with the gorgeous Leticia.
Leticia,
G.
love the outfit.
Thank you. I just
and the
threw it on.
shoes. You're going to show those cute, adorable
funky
shoes.
They match my makeup kit.
I love that.
You are so fabulous and full of so much light and personality.
thank you.
We saw her recently on the hashtag Harry and Kelly show at Focus TV, and I said, come be a part of Good Morning La La
I
Land.
know. I'm like, keep me here. I want to just make over like all day.
All day, every day. Well, we're talking about, hashtag Transformation Tuesday. And we want to know, what was your story? When did you decide you wanted to be a makeup artist? Where were you? And how did you transform your life to do that?
Oh, cool. So it's about me. Okay. So I did not know I wanted to be in this industry. At that time, I remember it was like back in 2010. And I didn't have a job, I didn't have a car, I didn't have like my paperwork to even work. My mom had to teach me how to ride the public transportation. So she's like, there's no excuses, we're gonna pay for your school, I'm gonna teach you how to take the train or the bus, and you're just gonna go and do it. And I'm like, okay, I guess.
And your family came to LA from Mexico?
No, they came I'm from Dallas.
Dallas.
I'm raised in Dallas, I'm from Mexico, yeah.
Okay.
So that happened there, and it's just like, I had so many excuses of why I didn't want to, but they were like, no, like there's something there. I know there is, and we just have to get it out of you. And they did.
I love
and
that.
they
Very
did.
inspirational story.
And now you are transforming.
So after that, I graduated in 2012, and my dad, I was a caregiver for my dad as soon as I started my career too. So he passed away in 2013, and then just when I was about to start, my mom gets diagnosed with cancer. So 2015, she passes away. So my life has literally just been like up and down, but still somehow in the beauty industry has kept me kind of like inspired and just say, hey, I can't stop now, so.
Wow.
How did you get through that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like my mind was so focused on just working and just making people feel better that talking to them and saying, oh, you look so pretty, or it's kind of like a therapy to me too. So it kind of became therapy to me, and I get to kind of talk to people and kind of make them feel better, not just look better.
Wow. Justin calls that therapist.
Really,
Yeah,
we literally are.
Yeah.
Really,
Definitely.
stylists are like therapists, and it's a beautiful thing that also is so serving to you, not just to the people that you're transforming, but that transformed how you felt about yourself.
I've been so lucky. I've been super lucky to meet so many people, and I always say I've been at the right place at the right time because there's always something happening. I'm so nosy and so into things that I'm like, hey, I'm gonna give you my card, and if just in case, you never know, and people always end up calling me.
I love that as an affirmation. I'm always at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
That'd be a great affirmation.
Yeah, my life has literally been like that, since the beginning, because it's just the motivation of having parents who brought you here, who didn't have anything and wanted to give you a better life. Like, who was I to stop that and to say I don't want to continue? So it's like, I can't. I have to keep going, and I have to make other things happen, and I did somehow.
Just fantastic. How do you keep that sense of faith so strong? What do you do to keep that
I did get into faith a lot more. I remember there was one Sunday where it was so pretty outside, but I was like, I felt so bad, and I missed my mom. It was like a month after my mom passed away,
And I felt so bad, and I'm like, I just want to stay in, and I want to sleep, and I don't want to do anything. I didn't want to do my hair, I didn't want to do my makeup, but somehow I ended up at church in Dallas, and it was Prestonwood Church. And somehow I got into like a Bible study, and then Bible study. I like the energy. I love the people there. It's just so positive. In my industry, it's really negative things that go on. So it's just like, okay, you have to go to a place where you feel comfortable and you feel like people are just rooting you. They don't really, they're not jealous, or they don't want to hold you back.
It's such an amazing thing what you're doing and pulling off that positive energy and pulling off that light. If people now can watch you transform yourself doing your makeup and learning tips from you on YouTube, we've got some really special video we want to play. We can take a look at it while we talk about that. So, tell us about like just the experience of transforming yourself in the way that really makes you feel.
I laugh at that. I laugh at those videos because I am so into Instagram makeup for myself. And I heard you say like people who have so much makeup. I literally only started doing my makeup like probably 3 years ago on myself, where I took the time to do it. I always did it on other people, but I took the time to do it on myself.
And when you took the time to do it on yourself, how does that make you feel?
It makes you feel like, I know he was talking about a lot of makeup and Instagram makeup. It's really popular right now. But I really love like a natural look on women. I love a natural, soft, pretty look on them. That's what all my clients request that. So I'm like, I get to do that on them. On myself, it's more like extra. Just because I am a makeup artist and I have
let's
to
talk
show.
about those lashes.
The lashes are amazing.
Yeah,
but I have to say that because you're so professionally done right now,
Yeah.
the eyeshadow is what gets me. When you close your eyes,
It's
I'm
a
like,
lot of practice.
how in the world
It's a lot
does
of
she
practice
do that?
to blend in that.
It's the blend. I just can't do it
And
myself.
it's funny because my boyfriend now, he's like, every time I look at a girl, I'm like, ooh, you need to I'm like, what?
You set the bar high for him. Yeah.
He's like, babe, now every time I look at a girl, I'm like looking at her eyebrows. And I'm like, what? He's like, or I'm looking at them like, girl, you need to blend that a little bit.
You're spoiling him. You're spoiling him.
Because I vent to him. He's the only, we moved here together and we don't have anybody else. So I'm just like, I'm venting to him all the time. He's like, okay, give me some time. Let me, process this. What are you talking about, first of all? And I'm like, oh, contouring and the blending and all this. And he's like, what?
So I have to say that when I'm looking for a hairstylist or whatever, I look for their attitude, because I don't want to have somebody when I'm sitting in a chair to have them complain about whatever.
Yeah.
And so it's so wonderful that you do that. How do you maintain that in your environment, working around other?
It's so hard.
Because there's a lot of gossiping, a lot of kind of
I
craziness.
think now I see how toxic that can be, because I had him, like my boyfriend, tell me there was a point in your life where I saw you so negative and you were just so down, and I could see that through like however you would talk to me or people. And I went back to thinking who I was working with at the time, and I'm like, you're so right. I felt miserable. I was just doing my job, but I felt super miserable being there, because I hear negative things every single day. Like, I hate my wrinkles, I hate this, and I hate that. And I'm just like, no, you look pretty without makeup. I'm just gonna add a little bit in there, but you're just like beautiful. And I think that's one of the things that I want my goal to be as I get older, is I want to be happy, like getting older. I want to be content with how I look. I don't want to like beat myself down or say I need this and like that. And if I did, I mean, I'm scared of needles, so I haven't done it. but I would just want to be content and happy, like as I get older. I don't want to beat myself up every day saying those negative things about me.
So we're curious to know what the trends are, what you think the trends are for 2018.
So for sure, there's a lot of softer makeup. So I'm sure you would like that on girls. Softer highlighted makeup, and more like how they call it, strobing.
What's that?
Okay, we need to come back and do something.
That's a whole segment. That's a whole segment.
Okay.
And you can strobe me any
It's
day.
like a soft highlight, not like powder. It's basically with creams. I think with cream, when you use more cream makeup, you look more softer and youthful and radiant instead of all that powder stuff. So it's just more soft makeup. And basically you can achieve that with a lot more creams than powder and adding all that stuff.
So where can people follow you and get some more tips?
So my Instagram is at the Leticia G, and it's, how do you say that or the? My accent gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah, either one works.
At the Leticia G, and since I am in LA now, I had to kind of upgrade my website a little bit. So I'm getting that done, but my website is www.leticiag.com.
Amazing.
So I'm getting kind of pimping that out for right now. It's in LA, right? You're in Hollywood, it has to be Hollywood.
It's
So
a community, and that's what we're doing at Good Morning LaLa Land. Is, telling people's stories, and especially the stories that are really transforming the lives of the people that are in this community.
I get asked
and you're
a
doing
lot
that.
people always want to ask me like, how did you get here? And I'm like, I could tell you every day or all day how to do things, but it's always that one person who is just who you are, the blessings that you have. We're all gonna have different things and go through different things that I can't really tell you. Like the school, I can tell you what school or what this, but if you go, you might not get the same opportunities that I have because of the different reasons. And that's my main thing I always tell people. I'm like, I could tell you where I went to, but it's just up to you. Especially the dedication and the passion that you put behind that.
Love that. You just gotta trust your own path, huh?
Yeah, you definitely do, and I did.
Oh, well, we're knowing the truth of eternal life for your parents, and just thank you so much for being an inspiration for so many people out there to fulfill their dreams.
Yeah, it's good to look back and say, I remember I used to walk to school, and there was this little creek there, and I would always tell myself, I know I'm walking right now, I'm struggling and all this, but this is going to be worth it one day. And I kept saying that to my head, this is going to be worth it one day, it's going to be worth it one day. And now I feel like it was definitely worth it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to working more with you
and
getting the whole experience.
Strobing.
I know
Transformation Tuesday.
Guys, like, do you ever get like male grooming?
Absolutely, there's no question about it, man.
Is
We were just talking about that.
Is that weird to you?
No, not at all. Because
guys freak out every time I say I'm gonna do makeup. They're like, no makeup. I'm like, you believe me? You don't want to look shiny.
Yeah. All you have
and
to
they
do,
don't get it.
all you have to do is look into the camera once and see the result, and it's like I was all shiny.
I'm like, I told you I wanted to hook you up with the.
And anything that will help me improve the way I look, for sure.
Skin, for sure. Everybody always asks me, what products do you is your favorite? I'm like, skincare is my #1 thing. I always take off my makeup off, and I always want to moisturize and just have a whole routine for that, because that's the main goal. I can't make you look like a, picture, especially. That's another different story. But it's just taking care of your skin, because everything we put on top of that is going to base on how your skin is.
For sure, for sure. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. And when we come back, we're going to wrap up the day and kind of give the lowdown of some health and wellness and vitality.
Beauty tips for hashtag Transformation Tuesday.
Stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back. Back from Los Angeles, California. Good morning, La La Land. What a great show.
Great.
Lots of tips. I learned a lot from you today.
Did you?
I want to be Rob when I grow up.
No, you don't.
I do.
Don't. I'd prefer to be Erin. Seems like you have a pretty good life.
No, but I think like for me to get up at 3:45, I mean, I've done it, but I've never been really consistent at that. And I think for me, I would need to have like somebody, an accountability partner.
Yeah.
Somebody like look forward to going.
You know what helps? I'll be honest with you. What helps is knowing my mom used to wake up at that time every day, and work at the airlines, and she'd pull double shifts, and she did it day after day after day with no complaints.
Wow.
Those kinds of examples or models in your life really make you think like, okay, I'm getting up at 3:45 and I'm going to Equinox. Really, is my life that bad?
Is it that bad?
I live in San,
It makes it sound pretty good.
It's like, so if it's rooted in gratitude, it's also easier, for sure. Yeah.
I just love waking up and being able to spend my mornings with you guys. It's really kind of transformed my life. I am admittedly not a morning person, but knowing I get to come here and have the purpose of doing Good Morning LaLa Land is incredible. I'm so excited to have Allie on the show to teach me how to bulletproof my coffee because I am certainly addicted, and I would love to coffee with purpose. So looking forward to that.
For sure. When we were going to begin Good Morning LaLa Land, we thought we were going to start at like 7 or 8 in the morning, and then we all decided 9, and it was mostly because Los Angeles, like most people in LA, let's face it, we're a little different than the rest of the world. People generally wake up later than most cities here. And I have to say that I'm glad we went for the 9 because I still get a lot of time before to do a lot of stuff, and it's a great way to start the day.
Yeah, if we had started earlier, I would have need at least 1 or 2 additional gym memberships without question, because the gym opens at 5, so to have to go to the gym then at 4, it's a whole thing.
Right.
So I agree with you about that. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, no, certainly. And I think, oh my goodness, speaking of transformation,
The voice is transforming on the spot.
Excuse me for that. I guess I need the Heal app once again. No, but it's just really, it's cool to be a part of the Los Angeles community, but it's so fun to see who else has been watching, all across the world. We've got viewers tuning in from London, from Pittsburgh, from Ohio, from Grand Rapids, Michigan, in Dallas. And it's so incredible that this community that is based here in LA has had an influence in transforming communities across the world. What an incredible opportunity.
For sure, right? Remember we met that gentleman at the Golden Globes, that after party the other night, and he was saying the word, or the La La Land is known across the world. It's not just for LA people. This is about fulfilling dreams. I think it's really, when people think about La La Land, I think they think of fulfilling dreams.
Yeah, absolutely.
Transforming your life into something that's bigger and better than you could have ever hoped or planned for yourself, right?
It's symbolic, absolutely. It's all about dreaming as big as you possibly can.
In a delusional way.
Yes, absolutely delusional.
Delusional.
Absolutely. Dreaming as big as you possibly can and seeing examples of people that have fulfilled those dreams.
Right?
Yeah.
So tomorrow we have Wealth Wednesday, which is really about money, career, leadership. Anything in particular you guys are like looking forward?
So excited. We're welcoming Anna Vergara to the show. She is #FollowTheRedRose. She's launching her own makeup brand, and Hala Jeans, 1 in 100, really exclusive line. We're really excited to share that with you guys.
So what does it take for their mindset? What do they have to do, even legally? What do you have to do to get into where you're starting your own brand, like your own jean line? Like that's
build your business, build your empire. We can't wait to talk to you more. We are streaming to you live Monday through Friday. Help me out.
Okay.
YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. You find us everywhere. Every Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Wow, Pacific time. So tune in.
Yep. It's going to be a great morning and a great day in La La Land. Have a great one, you guys.